Up next, the Rockets taking on the Knicks. For Houston, a stellar year has put them at the top of the Western Conference. First place doesn't come easy, but you know what? They've worked for every single win. Knicks, Rockets, coming up next, right after this. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Enabia, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Che.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, small ball has become the trend in the NBA, but it might be more accurate to call it average ball. With defensive switching twice as common as it was 5 years ago, the demand is rising for players of average NBA height, and that's around 6'7". Kevin, that's affected not just the big men, but the vertically challenged guys as well.
Point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Have you seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season?
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next.
And some of that we know. It can happen with injuries to a star player and you just are dismantled. But a lot of times...
Like the Pacers with Oladipo.
Yeah.
They were a different team the last quarter of the season.
It's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you. And you start to feel like, oh, well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games. No problem. Well, the league figures you out. And a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off.
Saw that. That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Bounce pass, Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Randall goes back up. Robinson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Cans it from downtown.
Now you can tell he knows the game. Che, with great feel, finds the open man.
Westbrook's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Smith, the pass to Barrett. Now Robinson from downtown. A second chance effort, and it's laid in by Randall.
Somebody not alert to block out the wide frame of Julius Randle, who gets in there after the loose ball.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Che.
And small forwards are asked to do so much in the modern NBA, and he just answers the call in every facet of the game. Tremendous numbers from him, and he is more than deserving of the award.
Randall finds Robinson. Here's Smith. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Che, right side. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Zero hesitation to take that on the inside. Che aggressive on that.
Here's Smith. They get the rebound. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got his second basket of the game.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do. Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
Tucker can't get it to go. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. They trail by one.
Recognizing spacing on the floor there, Dennis Smith Jr. with a nice job of delivering.
Here's Charles. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. 6 points for Jay.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here's Randall. Up again. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Throws it up high. Tucker can't get it to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And a wide open look for Shea. He trains the quick shot. Shea's got 8 points.
Just cannot slow down for a minute in this league. Shea ready to fire when he got that pass.
Here's Trier, defended by Gordon.
Goodness, save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. The drive by Shea. Tucker, the pass to Charles. Houston moving the ball around. They shoot again, and he hits the jumper for 2. He's got 10.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Smith with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Chicago. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Shea passes to Capella. On the wing, Shea. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Boston. Pass to Westbrook. Now here's Shea. Defense is right there. Back to Westbrook. Shoots the 3. Houston with a new 14. Here's Shea. Another miss by Shea.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
That gives them the lead. Trier's got his second basket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Shea inside. Here's Capella. And another shot. He can't get that one. The Knicks go the other way with it.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Smith the pass to Robinson. Now Randall. Here's Barrett. The pass to Trier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Rockets trail.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Houston with a big group substitution here. Ken Burks is checked in for Clint Capella. Jerebko comes in for P.J. Tucker. Green, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Gibson. Last game we saw him score 14. Pass to Payton. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Jerebko. Houston in the lead. Right side Green. Back to Jay. Kicks it to Rivers. Shea outside. Pulls up on the elbow. Offensive rebound. Birch. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Payton against Rivers. Payton passes to Portis. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Portis has got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
You risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Birch's shot's good.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Morris. It's rebounded by Houston. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, and then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
On the wing, Morris. It doesn't go for him. And the Rockets take it the other way. The drive by Green. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
1:03 left to play here in the first. Back to Payton. Outside Portis. Out to Morris. Launches it. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Rockets leading by 6. In the corner, it's Jay. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Jay's got 18 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Rivers against Payton. Morris outside. Lets it go from the wing. Good. He hits the jump shot.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
Shea drives in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. That's tipped and stolen by Jay. 3 on 3. Lets it fly from 18. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I always said it's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work as hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story. Whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? Who can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end?
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a
Both
big.
ends of the floor, I totally agree. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. And it's Robinson in at the 5. That's the 5 for New York right now. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Celtics was superb. He picked up 39 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And going up against a team that had no answer for him, we'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. Free throw, good. Shea.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the 2nd quarter.
And both free throws good for Shea.
Rare to see a 4-year college player out on an NBA floor, but I think it helped Shea develop on the floor and off.
Here's Trier, defended by Gordon. Smith right side. Shea with the block.
Crazy to think scouts were saying that Shea didn't play with enough heart. That block showing you that he wants it.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
To the inside. Here's Randall. 11 feet out and he hits it. Randall's got 10 points in the game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Shea outside. He feeds it to Tucker. It's stolen by Barrett. Randall passes to Robinson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Shooting 2. And he makes the first. Robinson hits them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Jay's showing a little bit of a mean streak right now to his game. Thinking dunk, getting dunked.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russell's career.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Shea outside. Just 5 to shoot, and it goes down 2 points. Shea's got 7 points here in this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Barrett. From down in the low post, it goes.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Now Shea. He's got 27. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Robinson. Pass to Barrett. From deep. No good there. So Houston will take it the other way.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Knicks trail by 10. Smith outside. And Spaz Robinson. Here's Randle. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Back to Shea. It's stolen by Randle. Here's Trier. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Shea throws it down.
Ooh, the night is growing here for Shea, but he's not one to gloat, during the game at least.
Pass to Randle. Here's Trier, guarded by Tucker. A shot by Trier, no good. Houston leading by 10. Here's Shea. It's rebounded by Barrett. Trier passes to Barrett. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. A nice shot by Shea.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here's Smith. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. There's Trier with the foot. What a play, and simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Very important triple there at the buzzer. That halftime deficit looks a lot more manageable when it's in single digits.
It's been all about Shea for Houston. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, what's the most important thing for you offensively so far?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. While you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Tucker and Capella are up front. Gordon is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Shea in at the 3 slot. Here's Gordon. Rebound by Smith. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Barrett. Here's Robinson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Shea with it. Picked up by Barrett. Shea with the bucket.
Great court awareness. Westbrook sizing up the D and doing a good job of locating the open man.
Here's Trier, defended by Gordon. Smith outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. Now let's take a moment to check out our race for Rookie of the Year. Here are some of the top young talents in the game who will be recognized as the best of the best. You look at Barrett. Throughout the year, he's shown that he can be a big-time player in the league, and at number 5 on our list, you have to be excited for next season.
And being inside the top 5 of what is a wonderful rookie class is really quite an accomplishment in and of itself.
Might be too late for the big prize this year, you're right, GA, but he should be very proud of how he's performed all year long and look forward to the offseason.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. The pass to Robinson. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Pass to Trier. Over Gordon. Got it, and the Houston lead's been cut to just 11 on the basket from Trier.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Shea outside. Three-pointer on the way. It's rebounded by New York.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Passes it to Trier. The shot from the low post is good. Trier's got it back down to single digits for the Knicks.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me. Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Robinson up top. Capella covering. Robinson kicks to Smith. Knocks down the 3 ball. Smith's got 5 now.
That's great elevation there. Dennis Smith Jr. getting off the floor to shoot that Jake.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar call.
You spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
A free throw drops for Rivers.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And Capella sends it back, and he gets it back. Morris with the bucket. Rockets leading by 15. Here's Charles. Misses off the left iron.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Payton outside. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Let's take a look at Shea. Some stats here. He's been dominant over the last month, averaging 40 points, 13 assists, and almost 3 steals. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Payton outside. Got a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And New York making a change here. Robinson's checked in. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. Payton passes to Dotson. Oh, good with the triple. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Teammates love what he does off the court. Shea also gets love for passes like that on the court.
Knicks trail by 15. Payton passes to Morris. Outside Robinson. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Morris. And it's in there. Morris has got 12 in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And back when I first saw him in Summer League, one of the things that I liked about Shea is that he invites the contact, does not shy away from those kind of plays.
And both free throws good for Shea.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Payton kicks to Robinson. Pass to Morris. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 5. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Payton. That shot misses. Great D that time from Westbrook. On the wing, Shea.
Caution, flammable.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Shea's showing a little bit of swag to his game right there. You don't see him gloat about it, but nice to see him up on the rim.
And so is Shea making things happen for Houston. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Barrett. And it's Morris in at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Shea head down, nose down, wanting to get in there, not afraid to dribble in and earn some foul shots.
And both free throws good for Shea. Knicks trail by 19. And the pass to Randall. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
The Knicks shooting 43% from the floor. Payton looking around. Randall down low, guarded by Tucker. Randall no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Shea no good.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Barrett the pass to Morris. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Shea kicks to Westbrook. Trying to find Capella, gets it to him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And that's about maximum range for an alley-oop, guys. It's got to be.
That's just crazy. Absolutely nuts. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Payton. And Capella sends it back. Randall dishes to Payton. Back to Randall. And the wide open shot from Morris. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And the amount of confidence Morris is feeling right now. Everything looks right. Just an awesome scoring display from him.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
And stolen by Jay. Lobbed up there for Westbrook. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Man, we all saw that right there. Is he part feline? Cat-like quickness and elevation from Westbrook.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react there like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that it's healthy for you and your reputation.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Lonzo Trier comes in for Morris, and Smith subbed in for Payton. Shea, no good. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Here's Trier. He kicks to Smith. Barrett the pass to Randall. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And he's flourishing as a scorer. But, Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
The Knicks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Smith, and it's good from the elbow.
Smith Jr. working on his shot and now working to get going in the mid-range.
Shea outside. To the middle. It's stolen by Randall. Now Barrett pushing it up, and no one back to score.
Yeah. This guy is a fantastic athlete. Barrett looking like a man on a mission with that slam.
Charles, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Knicks trail by 20. Smith surveying the D. The fader. No good on that one. And Houston the other way now. In the corner, it's Gordon. Good. And it's Shea picking up the assist. Shea's got 6 assists in the game. Outside Robinson. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that
Good, he hits again.
Once again, he's hit the 50-point mark as he continues to be a force of nature this season.
This performance, GA, has tied him for 3rd most 50-point games in a season. He keeps just delivering one great performance after another.
I can't believe he has matched Kobe's 10 games of 50 points. Just shows the level of greatness we are witnessing this season.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had one in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Knicks trail by 21. He dishes it to Robinson. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. What would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find the guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
And here's Jay outside.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started. He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Here's Randall, and Capella sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Pass to Trier. Out to Smith. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. Rockets with the rebound.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Snatched away. Trier passes to Smith. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for Clint Capella. Daniel House comes in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore's checked in for Gordon, and it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Bullock. Lays it up and banks it in. Bullock's got his first points of the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat.
Shots good by Gibson.
Taj Gibson's postgame continues to improve, that time showing a nice touch.
Jay drives in, and the dunk by Jay.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Outside Portis, the three ball, gets the three-pointer to fall.
Two teammates connecting right there, slick feed.
Here's Charles, and good, he hits it again.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Shoots a fader. That one off the back iron and out. And Shea throws it down hard.
Hard to deny. Che right there fighting every step of the way to get to the bucket. That's why he's here.
And stolen by Che. And it falls.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But what's